Today on the morning edition, a fire just off Northern Lights Boulevard on Wednesday evening had traffic backed up as firefighters struggled to tackle the difficult fire. We'll share the details. Plus, Misty Rehder is out on bail after being indicted on 24 counts in the case of 23 dog deaths. We'll tell you how and what the community is saying about the situation. And later,
I got a real buzzworthy story for you, how one Anchorage local is dealing with walls full of bees.
And good Thursday morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us today. You know a thing or two about bees.
Just a few things. That's something I would not want to, encounter in an
Not the angry ones.
No, not at all. Especially if you're like watching TV in bed or something, you just hear these noises in the walls. Yeah, no, that's
absolutely not.
Big note for me. Well, we are waking up. We've got some rain showers across the state. Really expected to see some of that heavier activity as you build into parts of the interior. We are watching some rain showers, which will build in across South Central today, much like yesterday. The bulk of that activity looks to be in the valley as well as parts of the Copper River Basin, and this comes from that rain that we are seeing in the interior. 53 degrees in Ketchikan, where we're also holding on to some rainfall as we start off your Thursday morning, and there is that widespread rain that we've got moving through the interior this morning. Heavy activity already pushed through Fairbanks, where we saw just over 3/10 of an inch of rainfall. You can see some of those heavier downpours that's pushing into southern parts of the interior as it makes an approach towards the Alaska range. We could see 1 to 2 inches of that rainfall accumulation, and then that will continue to kind of pull off towards the southwest. Already beginning to see some of that building into the Matsu Valley as we head into the first part of your morning hours. Right now, for the most part, the Copper River Basin is fairly dry outside of a location south of Glen Allen. But as we continue to head into the mid-morning, early afternoon hours, we'll see that rain beginning to drift into Anchorage and then parts of the Kenai. Now, it will fall apart as it pulls off towards the south, but we will keep that chance for some rain showers today. Anchorage down towards the Kenai will likely see less than 1/10 of an inch of rainfall, but today will likely bring a better chance of seeing rain for Anchorage compared to yesterday. We are waking up. Those temperatures in the 40s and the 50s. You can see rain already for Talkeetna and Palmer as well as Golconda, where we're sitting at a temperature of 46 degrees. We are going to see temperatures again staying on the cooler side today, the upper 50s and lower 60s. You can see as we head through the latter portion of the afternoon hours, we'll begin to see those clouds breaking away. More so towards the late evening time frame is when we'll see that potential. Coming up in my full forecast, we'll talk more about that rain. Smoke also filtering in from Canada, and those heat advisories across the state have been extended.
Smoke, traffic backups, and a tough fire to attack set the stage in East Anchorage Wednesday evening. A woods fire near Goose Lake Park sent smoke into the air and slowed traffic in East Anchorage Wednesday afternoon. And Anchorage Fire Department says it was burning between UAA Drive and Burgaw Street. Spokesperson Megan Peters says crews were called just before 4:15 and had to hike into the area, pulling hose lines with them. With no hydrant nearby, firefighters set up water tenders at East High School.
We deployed our resources out here, and they had to hike back to see what they were working with and pull lines all the way out.
Peters says the fire was at an encampment where crews faced unknown fuel sources and other hazards. No injuries were reported. We will have updates on our website as soon as they become available. A major animal cruelty case in Willow is moving closer to trial, but as of Wednesday, the woman at the center of it is out of jail. Misty Rehder faces 24 counts after 23 dead dogs were discovered on her property in April. Georgina Fernandez spoke with people who say the case still raises painful questions.
Just outside Alaska's mushing capital.
Disappointing.
Reaction like this Wednesday after 35-year-old Willow resident Misty Rehder was released on significantly lower bail, reduced from $25,000.
The grand jury has returned an indictment against you.
Rehder was indicted on 24 counts of animal cruelty in May after Alaska state troopers discovered 23 dead dogs on her residential property back in April.
We are here this evening to demand justice for the 25 dogs who were starved and frozen to death on chains in Caswell Lakes.
For months, the community spoke out.
We believe the system, and the system failed those dogs.
They repeatedly reported concerns and filed numerous requests for authorities to check up on the dogs.
This isn't a situation where we didn't do anything or we did nothing, but clearly what was done was not enough to prevent this situation from occurring.
How does the news about her being bailed out make you feel?
It makes me feel frustrated, concerned, that bail isn't punishment and she's costing the taxpayer dollars by staying in jail, but I fully believe that she is a dangerous person.
On Wednesday, residents kept pushing their case.
They do a good job on the trial. There needs to be consequences for the actions. Like, this is 2026. We don't starve animals.
They'll be watching closely as an August trial date draws near. Georgina Fernandez, Alaska's news source.
Meantime, Alaska State Troopers are investigating the death of an 86-year-old man during a guided rafting trip. Troopers say they were notified July 2nd that the man was receiving life-saving care on the Nenana River near Healy. The Department of Public Safety says the man had been ejected during the trip and was unresponsive when guides found him. He was declared dead at the scene. The company involved, Denali Raft Adventures, says it's cooperating with authorities and offered condolences to the man's family. An out-of-nowhere bear encounter put a family dog to the test over the weekend, and it showed why the title of man's best friend is earned. Charlie Fellows spoke to a Connecticut family about this caught-on-camera moment.
According to Jeffrey Tazara of Torrington, Connecticut, visitors like these aren't particularly rare.
We have a lot of black bears that come around to rummage through the trash.
On the 4th of July, however, one arrived on the property in search of a livelier meal. What happened next?
Everything slows down in that moment, you know. I just heard my dog give a serious bark and turned around from loading up the car to see my son standing in front of me and a juvenile black bear running in his direction.
As the bear closed in on Tazara's 6-year-old son, Colton, the family dog, Bella, threw itself into its path and escorted it off the property as Colton safely escaped.
I checked her over, head to paw, I guess, and not a scratch on her, just a big smile and a wagging tail.
A harrowing encounter for all involved, except the one at the center of all of it.
He was pretty nonchalant about it all, you know. He was like, it was scary. I had the bear running at me and just turned and ran.
Heeding wise words for anyone encountering a bear where they don't expect one.
That's what we teach them to do. We teach them if any bears or bobcats or any type of threatening animal comes around, to first get away from it and then come find mom and dad.
A lucky escape thanks to a last-second rescue. That overeager 4th of July guest, a critical reminder that even in a populated area, a bear could be lurking around every corner. Charlie Fellows, Alaska's news source.
In Alaska, if you're heading out this time of year, Alaska Fish and Game reminds you to stay bear aware, make noise on trails, carry bear spray, and keep food and trash secured. If you see a bear, don't approach it. Back away slowly and give it plenty of space. A summer tradition in Fairbanks is encouraging people to get outside and explore local trails. The Fairbanks North Star Borough's annual Summer Trails Challenge is now underway. This year's challenge includes 20 trails across the area, including Griffin Park, Tanana Lakes, UAF, Creamers Field, and Sheena Lake. Organizers say the goal is to help people find new places to walk, hike, or ride, no matter their experience level.
We try to make the Trails Challenge applicable to everyone in the community and get them outside and just enjoy the outdoors in the summer that we have here.
The challenge is free to join. Participants can track the trails they complete, and those who finish can usually receive a summer prize. The Summer Trails Challenge first started in 2018. Well, still ahead today on the Morning Edition, a new cafe opened in Eagle River over the holiday, and it's been incredibly well received. We'll take a peek at the place and what they offer next.
And we are watching rain showers continuing across the state. Heaviest activity in the interior. I'll have more on that. First at sunrise, coming in at 4:40 in Anchorage, 4:07 in Juneau. Your full forecast is next.
Welcome back in on this Thursday morning. Look at there, we got at least 2 bears out there this morning. I wonder if one of those is the same one we saw yesterday.
I love the one that's just sitting there, just
It looks like it's in a hot tub or something.
Who knows? Maybe just waiting for a salmon to jump in their mouth.
Maybe so.
But don't want to expend any energy this morning. We are watching those rain showers building in across the state. Of course, check out this time lapse from Fairbanks through the overnight hours. We did see some beautiful conditions last night, but as we went through the night into early this morning, that rain began to build into the interior and heavy activity at that. You can see that active conditions out towards the airport this morning. 54 is where we're currently sitting at in Fairbanks. And you can see that heavier activity that's pushing through southern and southeastern parts of the interior as well as through the Alaska range. And we've also got some isolated showers as you head out towards southwest Alaska. Now, for the time being, we do have a ridge of high pressure that's through parts of the central Aleutians, but we've got another area of low pressure that's going to build in through the day, which is going to push that high pressure aside and lead to increasing rainfall for parts of the Aleutians as we head throughout the rest of today. But of course, the heavier activity continues to drift south away from Fairbanks. You can see some of those heavier downpours approaching the Alaska range this morning. We've already seen upwards of about 3/10 of an inch of rain out towards Fairbanks. Now, one area of the interior where we're going to stay dry is the Yukon Flats. That heat advisory has been extended through tomorrow evening. Fort Yukon once again expected those temperatures today to top out in the low to mid 80s. But you can see that rainfall accumulation where that heat advisory is dry. And then we've got we were sitting at around 3/10 of an inch of rain, but Fairbanks is already sitting at over 4/10 of an inch of rainfall. Delta Junction over 3/10 of an inch, while McKinley Park has seen upwards of about 7/10 of an inch of that rainfall. So we'll continue to hold on to some of that increasing rain. Those temperatures again sitting in the 50s, and then there's that warmer weather as you head off towards the Yukon Flats, 49 degrees out towards Denali and 50 degrees in Tok. As far as that rainfall, you can see as we head through the rest of today, it's pulling off towards the south-southwest. We will dry out towards the middle of the afternoon hours for a good portion of the interior. Clouds likely will hold on for most of the day, and then as we head into your Friday and Saturday, nicer weather will take hold. In fact, over the weekend, we're going to see those temperatures once again top out in the 80s. But notice as we head into early next week, we are going to begin to see more active weather building in across the western interior, southern parts of the state as well. In fact, here over the next week to 2 weeks, we are going to continue to see that potential for above average precip for a good portion of the state. Here again, through the rest of today, you can see as you head through the rest of your Thursday, we'll still see that potential for anywhere from 1/4 to about 1/2 an inch of rainfall. Light activity as you head north of Fairbanks, just a passing shower or two. Most of that activity is shifting off towards the south. So it is going to be a wet day for parts of the interior with more rain expected as we welcome in next week. We'll see those temperatures again warming into the mid to upper 60s. After about noon, the rain does taper off for Fairbanks. That 7-day forecast showing temperatures topping out near 80 tomorrow and into your Saturday. And then we cool off into the weekend and early next week back into the lower 70s with a chance for some showers in the forecast. So active and wet conditions look to stay with us.
Got to get the rain gear out. Thanks, Aaron. While Anchorage was gearing up for the 4th of July weekend, a new coffee shop opened its doors and sold out of bagels by noon on day one. Danny Tompkins joins us live to tell us about the mission behind the business. Good morning, Danny.
Hi, Kristen. Mornings here start a little early. I'm at Little Rituals Cafe where they open coming up around 7 o'clock, but some employees are already here hard at work and they got here at 6, so they have been going for it. So we're going to take a step behind the bar and see what they do in the early mornings. Right here, there's a little bagel station that isn't quite running yet, but what is going on behind me is Manager Jack is getting some of her concentrate for the special ready. She's doing some fun things back here. Tell me about what you've got going on.
Yeah, so right now we have our Berry Bevy is our summer special. It's a concentrate with hibiscus and herbal, and yeah, we also make a house-made raspberry syrup that we put inside to freshen it up a little bit. So I'm just making the concentrate for that right now. Into my little funnel goes our loose leaf.
Fun.
I'm gonna make a little mess at the same time, because why not?
Why not?
It's not a cafe if you don't make a mess.
This looks like it's going to be delicious. I love a good raspberry summer flavor.
Oh, yeah.
What made you guys pick this as the special?
Honestly, it was the bright color that it gives. It's this really gorgeous, I hate to reuse the word berry color. Another really cool word that I've seen is crimson. It's a gorgeous color. So I'm gonna get some hot water for it.
Awesome. And what's it like being here early in the morning?
I like working alone. I like the quiet hours. So this is really nice. I get to kind of focus on the fun stuff, which is the concentrates and all that. So I'm also going to strain my cold brew here in a second, all the good stuff. So now in goes my boiling hot water. Fill with boiling hot water.
That is a beautiful color.
Thank you. And it's just going to get better, too. I'll make you one here in a second, and you get to try it yourself.
Awesome. Well, I know that you guys are freshly opened. Last Friday is actually when they opened first, and we're downtown Anchorage. So just getting a little sneak peek behind the scenes is always fun. And we're told that they are really hoping to create a fun community here. So just a little sneak peek at some of the early birds like me here in Anchorage. Kristen.
Can't wait to see how it tastes. Thanks, Danny. Thanks for listening to our podcast. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcasts from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting. Available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's news source app.